Welcome, Gunrunner.
Hello everybody, Kieran aka The Laird here, and I'm back with a little hardware review for you again this week. And those of you who have been following my channel regularly will remember that about a month or so ago I reviewed a My Arcade handheld. In fact, I have it here. This one right here, called All Star Stadium, um, which I looked at, and it was a little compilation of sports games on a handheld there. I'll link that in the description for anyone who's interested in watching it. And mentioned how I'd looked at some other My Arcade stuff before, like the Data East Pixel Player and that weird plug and play Famiclone thing they do that's like a joypad that plugs into the TV. I've looked at some stuff like that before. And yeah, and on that video I talked about the fact they also do a range of like mini arcade cabinets as well. Talked about some of them were, and actually had a leaflet that I showed you on the video that showed quite a few of them, and I mentioned about how actually how I hadn't got any of them, and how I should acquire one for review on the channel. And I was actually talking about the ones that I wouldn't mind picking up and seeing, the games I liked, so to speak. And one of the ones I mentioned was, of course, Bad Dudes vs Dragon Ninja. And after I finished making that video, I thought, I wonder what kind of prices they go for on eBay and Amazon and stuff. So I'll go and have a little look. And I did a little search for My Arcade, and this came up as one of the top results on eBay. And it's, as you can see, it's the Bad Dudes vs Dragon Ninja My Arcade, but it was brand new and sealed. The only thing was it had some damage, which as you can see on the top of the box there. But that's all. There's some ripped bits on the box basically that had been taped up. I've taken the tape off quite carefully, but that was the only damage. Not even this plastic panel here wasn't even damaged. It was just some of the cardboard on the top was damaged, and it had been taped up. But because it was listed as damaged, they were selling it for £6.99, which was an absolute bargain, because the next cheapest one I could find was a second-hand Karate Champ that someone was selling for £17.99. So yeah, and that wasn't even brand new like this, and I don't like Karate Champ either, so didn't really want that one. So yeah, there we go. I got the Bad Dudes as a Dragon Ninja, which is one of the ones I wanted. So that's good. So we'll have a look at this. It's still in the box still. I have opened the box. As I say, I had to take some of the tape off anyway because it being damaged. So we'll take it out so you can see what's inside. So there's our arcade machine, so to speak. We've got an instruction booklet as well. I'll also show you around the box. We'll have a quick look. So on the side, it's got the game history. Released in 1988, this classic arcade asks one simple question: are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president? The ninja fighting duo Bad Dudes are now cult legends, still popular in today's arcades around the world, and then it's foreign language. Our Data East logo. Data East are owned by a company called, well, most of their IP is now owned by a company called G-Mode, if I remember rightly, because Data East themselves went bust. It's got some bit about it. Features artwork inspired by the original Bad Dudes arcade cabinet, perfect for any game room, office or display case. Volume control and headphone jack, powered by 4AA, batteries not included. I've got some of those ready to go. I was prepared. It has a full colour screen. Wow. Removable joystick. Wow. That's it really. There's nothing on that side apart from some quite nice art. So let's have a look around the actual cabinet then. So there we go. It's, as usual, they've kind of stuck that kind of fake screenshot to the screen on a kind of bit of thin sticky plastic. So peel that off, and then we should have a nice clean screen. Although actually not so much, because I can already see that that's left some really bad residue marks. So I'm going to have to try and get rid of them in a minute, or it's not going to be very good for filming. They don't usually do that. They usually come off pretty clean. We've got a fake coin slot there, but nothing else. So see our buttons and our oh yeah, there we go. So that unscrews. So if you want to have a realistic arcade joystick, or a sort of NES style joypad. There you go. So there's the same setup really as an NES joypad. There's a great side art taken from the original arcade cabinet, different on each side. On the back, speaker, volume control there with the headphone jack, and a battery door there. There's also a USB USB B socket, so you can power it by mains if you want as well. Just a phone charger, that's all you need for that. And there's that space for our batteries. So where did I put the batteries? Just to the side of the camera, on the wrong side really. So I'm having to lean across. Apologies. Right, so now we have the batteries. So we'll stick these in. My cheapo Kodak Extra Life batteries. Good old Poundland. Oh, I just thought actually, we haven't looked at this, but there's not much point. It's just a stupid booklet, user guide, usual stuff. Tells you how to put the batteries in, remove the joystick, and that's it really. And then it's got that in every single language, so pointless really. But I thought I'd show you it anyway, just in case you did want to see it for some reason. So, so let's turn this on then. So where's the on button? I didn't see an on button anywhere. Or do you just press one of these? Oh, you push the coin door in. There you go. So it does have a use. It's not just fake, made to look like that. And I've just noticed something. The screen is damaged. There are lines down the side of the screen. Can you see that? Oh dear. So I mean, it was listed as being damaged, but I didn't expect the screen to be damaged. So that's really disappointing. Although I suppose for $6.99, I can't complain too much. I'm going to clean that screen in a minute because I forgot to get that sticker residue off. So I'll try and do it with my sleeve. That's a bit better. You probably can't see it so well on the camera, but I could see it from the angle I'm sitting at. I'm just going to check it's yeah, the same issue comes on with those lines down the side. Oh, that's very disappointing. That thankfully it's not in the middle, so it's not shouldn't spoil the gameplay too much. Right, there's no sound at the moment either, which is slightly worrying. So reset just resets it. I would have thought there was sound on the title screen, but perhaps there isn't. Oh, there we go. There isn't. There's no music on the title screen then. So you can play as Blade or Strike, which are the two characters. Of course, in the arcade, it was a two-player game. I'm not sure if it was on the NES, because this is, as you might have already worked out, not the arcade version. It is the NES version, like they always do with these things, and I don't know why, because it's really not hard in this day and age to put the arcade ROM on something like they do with those quarter arcades. But I'm going to take that off because I actually think my hand will get in the way of the filming if I'm trying to play it with that on. I want to try and zoom onto the screen somewhat so you can see it playing. Let's see if we can do that and make it a little bit clearer. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? There'll be Blade. The volume controls do work. I can go a bit higher then. So there's President Ronnie. Wonder who he's supposed to be. Good old President Ronnie. Am I a bad enough dude to rescue the president? Yes is the answer. So there we go. You can see it's the NES version with all its sprite flicker, and it has the same problem here that it had on the My Arcade handheld, because I moaned about this issue on there. But the screen tearing is absolutely bloody atrocious. And actually that joypad is not very easy to use. It's not very precise. Oh, I've just died. Yeah, the screen tearing is really off-putting. That combined with the sprite flicker, really not good. The sound quality is okay though, I suppose. Because sometimes the speakers on these types of things are terrible. And they sound horribly tinny, but this it's a bit tinny, but I've heard a lot worse on these kind of devices, it has to be said. It says Karnov, of course, was in his own game originally, Karnov, and then used as a boss in this game. And he killed me. So, yeah. So I have to start again, don't I, from the beginning. But you probably don't need to see much more, really. Because you've seen it's the NES version. You see me sucking at it. That's quite hard to play from the angle I'm sitting at. Because I'm sitting just to the side. So the camera's in the prime position. But yeah, if this is an example of what these are like, because I think they all contain NES ROMs, then it's not very good, and I don't think I'll be bothering to get any more, because although it looks quite nice, I suppose, as a collector's piece, because it's got the art. I mean, I do really like the art around the screen and on the sides. It's not very good to play because that joypad is horrible to use. It's hard to get the exact directions, and it actually hurts your finger as well quite a lot. I can't imagine it's much better with the joystick screwed in, to be honest. We'll give it a quick go. Just to satisfy. So I want to see what it's like. I've just pressed end instead of continue, and I died again anyway. But let's just do that, just so I can see what the joystick's like to use. It's actually a bit better. It's a bit more precise. It's easier to do the moves. Ah, so there we go. It is better with the joypad then. Joystick even than the joypad. So we've found something positive about that. But overall, yeah, it's not really great, I suppose. Decent enough collector's piece, I suppose, if you just display it like that, which is probably how I'll do actually. I'll put it on one of my shelves in my office, just as a display piece, get rid of the old tatty box. But yeah, it's not that amazing really. I mean, funny enough actually, because this sticker that they use is a screenshot from the arcade version, you can put them side by side. If I now zoom back out again, and you can see the difference in the graphic quality from the arcade game to the NES version, which is on this, which is quite considerable, as you'd probably imagine. But yeah, there's not really a lot more I can say about this, is there? It's I suppose I can't complain too much for $6.99, but you've got one single game. It's the NES version, not the arcade version, which is probably my biggest bugbear of this with all and it's really not particularly great. Maybe they should have put more games on them like they did with the handhelds, but I suppose at the end of the day it doesn't solve that main issue of them not being the arcade version, so therefore calling them My Arcade is very misleading. Perhaps they should have called them My Famiclone. That would have been a bit more realistic, wouldn't it? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja My Arcade Micro Arcade. There's a wordy title for this, isn't there? And I thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you all again for another video very soon. Bye bye.